Nasief, I think as a first question, what did you make of Safa letting go of step-by-step?
Uh, well, I mean, I think if I need to be honest, like because of obviously being not going all the way to the final, obviously that was one of the I think the aspects like that we wanted to achieve, and I mean, a lot of people I think would have thought that it was going to happen either or, being fired or Stewart being uh, saying that he's stepping down and things like that. But I find it sometimes disappointing because like it doesn't mean that if we don't succeed in what we trying to achieve and planning, that we need to chop and change everything around. If we should get the structure that we're setting out for ourselves, and we a plan for whatever amount of years that we want to set it up, and we work towards that way and taking it step by step, not when the disappointment comes along and then we just decide to change everything around.
From the time that we were final, do you think there's been progress? Do you think there's been a trend?
I mean, you hear about the plans and things like that, that's set up for the structure going forward, like and things like that. But like I said, like whenever there's a disappointment, there's always changes that's happening. So, like I said, that's the only thing that I've heard. You don't see anything in progress because also I'm doing my coaching badges in Cape Town, and also they tell us like there's a structure in place like where they want to get as much qualified coaches in South Africa for the plan that's set up like for development in our country, because I think that's the biggest problem that we have in our country.
What should be the criteria to select the next coach, and who should?
I don't know. I think that's a political side of things. Like I'm not gonna get involved in that. But I think obviously somebody that's qualified and somebody that has a lot of experience and knows our players and the type of players and the style of our play. Also, it's important because you don't wanna change the way our players play, because we have a style of playing and we need to stick to it. And I think also, if I have to speak about Baxter, I don't think Baxter did a lot of changes. You guide the players in a certain direction that you want them, but you don't take away their flair and the thing that makes them the best in our country. So it's just about guiding them into a certain direction, but giving them the freedom to express themselves and do what they're best at doing.
Where are we getting it wrong? Is it the management?
I don't know. Obviously, there should be somebody responsible for everything. But like I said, like once we set a plan for ourselves, we need to try and stick to that plan and try to see out that plan. And like I said, with the qualified coaches like now, that they're trying to get as many as possible to try and improve, especially the grassroots area from our football, because that is important. That is where everything starts. Because if I look back at my career, where I started like was with the schools league. You had a school league running. You competitive games like during the week, playing schools in your area. You get selected for your region, for Western Province, KZN or Gauteng region. You play in the interprovincial tournaments. From there you get selected for the maybe the schools SA team, then get selected for the South African national under 20 or under 17 team, and that is the steps that I went through, how I ended up in the South African national under 20 team. And I think that is important, like for that structure to be followed, because that is how you'll end up getting the best players for the country.
What are some of the biggest challenges when you still part of the national team?
Sorry?
What are some of the biggest challenges when you still part of the national team?
My thing is the politics. That's the main thing. The politics needs to be removed from sports and football, especially in South Africa, and maybe things will improve. Simple. I'm just being honest.
Would it ever help if maybe we tried the route of Senegal? I mean, you look at Aliou Cisse. He was part of the coaching staff in the under, I think 19, under 20, under 23, until the national team. He was well prepared by the association to eventually take over. Is it something that we could maybe try out in South Africa, or do you think we lack the patience for something like that?
Yes, no, definitely. Like I said, like if you have a plan and you stick to that plan, and that is, like I said, like where we find it is we get a hiccup along the way, and we end up changing like everything. So you put a plan, you stick by that, and you go step by step, like, because like I was saying earlier, like, it's when you're born, you don't run straight away. You crawl, you stand up, you balance, and then you start walking, and then you start running. So everything has a process going through. So that's why the same with me. Like, I mean, I don't see myself as ready or need to coach a PSL team at the moment or be involved in a big setup. For me, I believe like not all footballers become good coaches. So it's a stage for you also, like, to see if you're good at it, if it's for you. And that's why I believe I'm taking it step by step. Like, so I'm currently in the ABC Motsepe League, Cape Town, and then I'll try and see if I can continue building it up from there.
Nasief, people have had their own opinions about who should take over from Stewart. The name of Ben McCarthy has also been in the circles. Do you think he is ready for the politics? Do you think he will do an exceptional job with Bafana?
Look, from his experience, from what I've seen, like, now in the last couple of years with what he's done with City, he's proven that he's good at what he's doing. For the last 2 seasons, he was he could have been a champion last season, and obviously I'm sure he's planning something better for this year, like now, and things like that. But I won't comment like really on that, like that he's ready or that he should be given the job and things like that. I just believe that it should be a general decision made among everybody that's involved to choose and to decide who's the best person for the job.
It's always easy to look at Stuart and say maybe they didn't do this right. Maybe look at Safa and say they didn't do this right. But what responsibility? Because I'm thinking at some point there has to be some that goes to the players. The criticism that should go to the players because they play.
Definitely. I mean, I think I'll use some of the games in the Nations Cup now as an example. If you look at the performance against Egypt, compared to one or two of the other performances before that, why couldn't they play like that every single game for the whole competition? So you have to split. You have to share the blame amongst everybody. You can't just point the finger at Safa, point the finger at Stuart Baxter, or only at the players. I think it's a collective, it's a family, it's a group thing. Everybody has his own responsibilities, and I'm sure if everybody brings their part, like which they're supposed to be doing, then everything should run smoothly, I think.
What's your take on Vision 22? Is it something that we are on the right track?
Does it even exist?
That's all I can say. Like I said earlier, with the Vision 2022, it's a thing that I've heard about the last 2 years, and then suddenly everything goes quiet again, and then, you know, like I said, disappointment comes, and everything has been chopped and changed around. So I don't know how far the plans are and how far it's been going so far. So there's nothing I can comment on that.
Based on these failures, we talk about the 20 didn't do well in the World Cup, and the 10 team also, they lost yesterday against Lesotho, and the local Banyana in the World Cup, they didn't win in the game, under 17 as well. Do you think that Vision 22 is in place? Are we heading in the right direction of that vision to come true?
Look, to succeed, you need to fail sometimes, you know. And
3 years time.
yeah, I know it's in a few years time, but I mean also, like, you need to be able to succeed. You need to fail sometimes, but it depends on how we take that failure and what we do with it. Because sometimes when you look at playing a match and you're losing it, sometimes it's a better way to see what is the things that need to be improved on. Because if I use a game as an example, if you're playing a game and you're winning, nobody sees those small errors that happen during the game, but when you lose, all those things are highlighted, but it's not highlighted when you're winning. So that is something that we need to look at, like, and to take those points, even if we're successful sometimes, and look at the small nitty-gritty things that we think that can still be changed and still be improved to make us improve even more.
Can I ask for your honesty and indulgence here? The mettle of the players now compared to what you guys had, I don't think it's the same. What do you think?
I think you heard me speaking earlier. If you look at the time, like I said, the generation with us, with Aaron, them, those guys that played, even the time when we played in South Africa, the commitment, the attitude, the effort that was given, and also, like, getting that opportunity when you get a chance to go abroad to make a bigger name of yourself, taking that and taking the sacrifice that comes with it, and challenging yourself to try and be even better than what you are, and improving yourself. that is, I think, a lack of what we have like nowadays in with players in South Africa. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have the talent. We've always had the talent, but it's the attitude, the commitment, and also maybe the guidance also from managers and those kind of things, like trying to push the guys, like, and trying to make them believe that they can become better than what they are or bigger than what they are.
Do we baby these players too much now?
Yes, that's one of the biggest problems.
I spoke to, what do you think should they headhunt for the coach that they want, or should they allow why send the CVs and the system?
I think they should, maybe, like you said, like maybe players, coaches to apply, and maybe they make a decision on who they want to give it to. Do it something like in a fair way, an honest way, and then at the end of the day you can't be having fingers pointed at you saying like, yeah, you did this because of this, you did that because of that. Do things on a good and a right way and an honest way. Then when you tried something but it didn't succeed, and you can look back and say that we tried our best or whatever.
I was just looking at Michael Essien. What comes to mind when you see Michael Essien? I remember what happened in 2005 World Cup qualifiers. What comes to your mind?
Yeah, it's being an honor being around a player of that caliber, and when I look back at that was our biggest chance for us qualifying for the 2006 World Cup in Germany, and that, I think, was the two games that kicked us out of that contention for qualifying, especially the one away, the 3-0 lost away, and then coming at home, and I think it was a 0-0 draw at home, which was our home game that we were supposed to win. But also, if you look at like that time with some of the players,
Pina scored in that game.
FNB.
Yeah.
I think it was 1-1 because I know we didn't get the 3 points out of that game.
But it was 2-1.
Didn't we lose 2-0?
No, it was 2-1.
2-1,
Steven Pina scored.